Have you ever felt like life keeps throwing one challenge after another, and no matter what you do, the solution seems just out of reach? You're not alone. Every one of us at some point has faced moments where we feel lost, hopeless, and overwhelmed. In those moments, we often search for answers in all the wrong places, seeking advice from people who don't understand our struggles, relying on worldly distractions, or simply ignoring the problem, hoping it will disappear on its own. But deep down, we know that none of these can truly solve what lies within our hearts. What if I told you there is a simple yet powerful tool that has been available to us all along, one that can transform your life and bring you closer to the peace you've been searching for? Dua. Yes, the power of calling upon Allah, the one who knows our struggles better than anyone else, the one who hears us even when our words fail. Dua isn't just a ritual, it's a lifeline, a direct connection to the Creator who never turns away His servants, no matter how big their problems are. Whether you are struggling with financial difficulties, health issues, broken relationships, or simply feeling disconnected from your purpose, there is a dua for every problem, and these words can truly transform your life. In today's fast-paced world, we often underestimate the power of sincere supplication. But imagine if every difficulty you faced had a personalized key, one that could unlock peace, healing, and success. In this video, we'll dive deep into how the right duas can change your perspective, your situation, and ultimately your life. Stay with us because what you're about to learn might be the turning point you've been waiting for. We all have those days when life feels like an uphill battle. No matter how much effort we put in, things just don't seem to work out. Maybe you've been tirelessly searching for a job, sending out countless applications, only to face rejection after rejection. Or perhaps you've been struggling with a difficult relationship, feeling unheard, unappreciated, and stuck in a cycle of frustration. For some, it's the weight of financial burdens, debts piling up with no clear way out. For others, it's a sense of loneliness, feeling like no one truly understands what they're going through. In moments like these, it's easy to feel trapped, overwhelmed by the pressures of life, and unsure of where to turn next. And yet, despite our best efforts, we often forget to turn to the one who holds the solution to all our problems, Allah. Instead of seeking comfort in dua, we rely on our own strength, thinking we can handle everything on our own. We confide in people who may not have the answers. We distract ourselves with worldly pleasures, and sometimes we even give up hope altogether. But deep inside, there's a longing, an inner voice that whispers, maybe Allah has a way out for me. Maybe, just maybe, the answer lies in something as simple as raising our hands in sincere supplication, something we've been neglecting for so long. Think about it. How often do we complain about our struggles but forget to ask the one who can actually change our situation? How many times do we feel restless, yet fail to make dua before sleeping? We search for answers in books, social media, and even people, while the most powerful solution is within our grasp, waiting to be unlocked through our sincerity and trust in Allah. The truth is, life will always present challenges. Tests are a part of our journey, but the real question is, how do we respond? Do we let our problems consume us, or do we place our trust in the wisdom of Allah? Imagine a person struggling with an illness for years, going from doctor to doctor, trying every treatment available. Then one day, they turn to dua with complete sincerity and patience. Suddenly, things start to shift in ways they never expected, whether it's finding the right doctor, receiving support from unexpected sources, or simply feeling a newfound sense of peace. That's the power of dua. It doesn't just change your external circumstances. It transforms your heart, your mindset, and your outlook on life. But the problem is, many of us treat dua as a last resort rather than our first step. It's time to change that mindset, to realize that dua isn't just an act of worship, it's a lifeline, a powerful force that can bring relief, solutions, and blessings beyond our imagination. And so, the question remains, when was the last time you truly, sincerely, and wholeheartedly turned to Allah in dua? In the face of life's challenges, Islam provides a powerful and compassionate solution: dua. It is not just a ritual, it is a divine gift, a direct conversation with our Creator, the most merciful. Allah has promised us in the Quran, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." Surah Ghafir 60. This verse serves as a reminder that no matter how overwhelming our problems may seem, the solution lies in turning to Allah with sincerity and trust. Unlike worldly solutions that may fail, dua connects us to the infinite power of the One who controls everything, our health, our wealth, and our destiny. The beauty of dua is that it is for everyone. Whether you are struggling with financial difficulties, health issues, emotional turmoil, or simply seeking guidance in life, dua knows no barriers. It transcends age, status, and circumstance. It's the act of pouring your heart out to Allah, believing that He listens, even when no one else does. Dua as a transformative force. When we make dua sincerely, several powerful things happen. It strengthens our faith, iman. Dua reminds us that we are not in control, Allah is. It builds reliance, tawakkul, and teaches patience. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Nothing is more honorable to Allah than supplication." Tirmidhi. Every dua, whether answered immediately or delayed, is an opportunity to strengthen our connection with Allah. It brings peace to the heart. Anxiety and worry are part of human nature. When we make dua, we release our burdens to the One who can handle them. Allah says in the Quran, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest." Surah Ar-Ra'd 28. Even if the external problem remains, the internal tranquility that comes from dua is priceless. It unlocks unexpected blessings, barakah. Sometimes what we ask for might not be what is best for us. Through dua, Allah may grant us something even better than what we seek. The Prophet taught us that Allah responds in three ways: by granting what we ask, delaying it for something better, or removing harm in return. Practical steps to make effective dua. While dua is a powerful tool, it is most effective when made with sincerity and the right approach. Here's how we can make our duas more impactful. Begin with praise and gratitude. Start by glorifying Allah with His beautiful names. Ya Rahman, the most merciful. Ya Razak, the sustainer. Ya Shafi, the healer. Express gratitude for blessings already given before asking for more. Send salawat upon the Prophet. The Prophet said, "Every dua is kept pending until you send blessings upon me." Tirmidhi. Saying Allahumma salli ala Muhammad ensures our dua is heard. Ask with conviction and sincerity. Approach dua with complete trust that Allah will respond. The Prophet advised, "Call upon Allah while being certain of being answered." Tirmidhi. Be consistent and patient. Just like planting a seed, dua requires patience. Allah's wisdom and timing is always perfect. Make specific duas. Instead of vague requests, be specific about what you seek, whether it's healing, financial ease, or guidance in making a decision. Choose the right times. Some moments are more blessed than others, such as the last third of the night, after obligatory prayers, salah, during fasting, especially before iftar, on Fridays before Maghrib. Islamic examples of transformational dua. The lives of the prophets are filled with instances where dua changed their fate. Consider the example of Prophet Yunus, a.s. Trapped in the belly of the whale, in complete darkness, he called out, "There is no deity except you. Glory be to you. Indeed, I have been among the wrongdoers." Surah Al-Anbiya 87. Allah answered his call, saved him, and restored him to his people. This teaches us that no situation is beyond Allah's help. Whether you are facing personal, financial, or emotional struggles, never underestimate the power of a sincere dua. In conclusion, dua is not just a practice. It is a way of life. It empowers us to seek Allah's help with confidence and patience. No matter how tough life gets, dua can transform our struggles into strength, our worries into hope, and our sadness into joy. Are you ready to unlock the power of dua and transform your life? Despite the immense power and benefits of dua, many people struggle with doubts and misconceptions that prevent them from fully embracing it. Some believe their duas are not being answered, while others feel unworthy of asking Allah for help. Let's address these common concerns with logic and Islamic wisdom. I've made dua so many times, but nothing changes. This is perhaps the most common misconception about dua. Many people assume that if their dua is not answered immediately, it means Allah is not listening. However, the Prophet Muhammad taught us that Allah always responds, but in three ways: granting what is asked for immediately, delaying the request for a better time, replacing it with something even better in the hereafter. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows what is best for us. Just because we don't see the results right away doesn't mean our dua is ignored. Instead of losing hope, we should trust that Allah's timing is perfect. Perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. Surah Al-Baqarah 216. I've committed too many sins. Why would Allah listen to me? Many believe that their past mistakes disqualify them from making dua, but this is far from the truth. Allah's mercy is boundless, and He encourages us to turn to Him no matter how far we've strayed. The Quran reassures us, "Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves by sinning, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins." Surah Az-Zumar 53. Instead of feeling unworthy, one should see dua as an opportunity for repentance and transformation. Remember, even the most righteous individuals sought forgiveness daily. The doors of mercy are always open. I don't know the right words to say. Some people feel that making dua requires eloquence or deep knowledge of Arabic, which discourages them from reaching out to Allah. However, Allah understands every language, every thought, and every unspoken word. The most powerful duas are those made with sincerity, not perfect wording. The Prophet said, "When you ask from Allah, ask Him with a heart that is certain of being answered." Tirmidhi. Simply pouring out your heart, even in your own language, is enough. Allah knows what lies within your heart before you even utter a word. I only make dua when I need something. Is that wrong? Well, it is important to remember Allah in good and bad times. Turning to Him in moments of distress is a natural human instinct. Islam teaches us that Allah loves it when His servants call upon Him, regardless of the reason. Dua strengthens our relationship with Him, and it's never too late to start. Misconceptions about dua often stem from a lack of understanding or patience. But by trusting Allah, staying consistent, and seeking Him with sincerity, we can break through these doubts and experience the true power of supplication. There was once a man who had hit rock bottom in life. Everything he held dear was slipping away: his job, his family's trust, his financial stability. No matter how hard he tried, nothing seemed to work in his favor. He sat in the darkness of his room, overwhelmed with hopelessness, feeling as though no one could understand his pain. One night, he recalled something his mother used to say: "When the world turns away from you, turn to Allah, and He will show you the way." Desperate, he decided to pray, not with routine words but from the depths of his heart. He raised his trembling hands and whispered, "Ya Allah, I have no one but you. Guide me, help me, show me a way." That night something changed. Though his problems didn't vanish instantly, he felt a sense of peace he hadn't experienced in years. He found himself making dua consistently, with sincerity and hope. Slowly but surely, opportunities began to unfold. He found a better job than before. Relationships that were once broken began to mend. And most importantly, he rediscovered a sense of purpose and trust in Allah's plan. This story isn't unique. It could be anyone's story, yours, mine, or someone we know. Every one of us has faced moments of despair, moments where we feel trapped and hopeless. But the power of dua is that it reminds us we are never truly alone. When we surrender our worries to Allah, trusting His divine wisdom, solutions come in ways we never imagined. Let's take inspiration from Prophet Zachariah, a.s., who, despite his old age and his wife's inability to conceive, made dua for a child with unwavering faith. He called upon Allah, saying, "My Lord, grant me from yourself a good offspring. Indeed, you are the hearer of supplication." Surah Al-Imran 38. And Allah, in His boundless mercy, blessed him with Prophet Yahya, a.s. This teaches us a valuable lesson. Dua requires patience, sincerity, and unshakable trust. Even when all odds are against us, Allah's power knows no bounds. Another powerful example is the story of a young woman battling severe depression and loneliness. She had tried therapy, medications, and endless distractions, yet nothing filled the void inside her. One day after listening to a lecture about the power of dua, she decided to give it a chance. She cried to Allah in the depths of the night, pouring out her fears and struggles. Over time, she found solace in her prayers, realizing that no burden is too heavy for the one who created her. These stories remind us that dua is not just about asking, it's about building a connection, finding comfort, and strengthening our faith. Allah's help might come as a sudden relief, a gradual shift, or an unseen blessing, but it always arrives at the right time, in the right way. So whatever challenge you are facing today, take a moment to pause, raise your hands, and call upon Allah with full conviction. Dua has the power to transform your life, one sincere prayer at a time. Take a moment to reflect. How many times have you faced a difficulty and felt completely alone? How often have you looked for solutions in places that only left you feeling more lost? Now think about the times you turned to Allah sincerely, with your heart open and your hopes high. Remember how, even in your darkest moments, there was always a flicker of light, a sense of peace that only dua could bring. Dua is more than just words. It's a powerful force that connects you directly to Allah, the most merciful, the most loving. No matter where you are in life, whether you're struggling with health, relationships, finances, or inner turmoil, there's a dua waiting to be answered. The beauty of dua is that it's never too late to start. Whether you've been distant from your faith or feel unworthy, Allah's doors of mercy are always open. Every raised hand, every whispered prayer, every tear that falls sincerely is seen, heard, and valued by Him. The Prophet Muhammad reassured us, "Your Lord is generous and shy. If His servant raises his hands to Him, He feels too shy to leave them empty." Tirmidhi. So today, make the decision to take that first step. Don't let doubts hold you back. Raise your hands, pour out your heart, and trust that Allah is listening, because He always is. And as you embark on this journey of rediscovering the power of dua, don't keep it to yourself. Share this message with your loved ones, remind them of the power that lies in their connection with Allah, and encourage them to turn to Him in times of need. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build a community that reminds each other of the endless mercy and power of dua. May Allah bless you, answer your prayers, and fill your heart with peace. Keep making dua and never lose hope.